Hey, it's Nicole here with Rainbow, and we're going to be doing that review today. And he's had a good run today. He's tired, so this is a good time to go over all of the previous commands that he knows. I know he's a pretty high energy dog, and this gives him time to focus on the task at hand. And so I'm just going to start doing the basic commands with him: sit, down, stay, loose leash, walking, heeling, so on and so forth. Alright, so you saw the first little defiant streak from Rainbow, not wanting to sit. Not sit. No. Good boy. Alright, and working on that without the treats, because you know he's immediately going to go to a sit if he knows that you have something good. If you are out and he's not sitting for you, utilize your leash. You want to make sure he understands. He understands. Sit, good boy. He understands that, even though you don't have something good for him to eat, he still has to follow through with the command. So using your leash, correcting him, no. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do. Good boy. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do. Sometimes may have some selective hearing, or maybe he's distracted, but definitely always follow through with those. And it's okay to surprise him every once in a while with a treat. You can keep his interest peaked. Sit. No. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Okay, we're just going to have him hang out there just for a little while. Down, stay. Remember, if you have the leash, If you have the leash out in front of Rainbow, this signifies a stay. Also, you can lower your leash in front of him, or use your hand to provide a signal for that command. And so every time you have him lay down, you can put the leash out in front. That would mean that he is in a stay. Okay, so we're going to try the sit-stay now. And if he's going to be doing a sit-stay, we want to make sure that we don't set him up for failure. It's hot, he's not going to want to sit for very long, so keep it short. If you know that he can't go past 30 seconds or so, cut it off right before then. Always end on a positive note. Sit. No. Sit. Good boy. Sit, stay. Sit, stay. Alright, so you can tell when he's doing a lot of thinking. He's thinking ahead. He knows that we're doing the same commands again, the walking, sit, down, stay, so on and so forth. And so he's thinking ahead. Sit, stay. Sit, stay. He's thinking ahead, laying down before we ask him to, and stuff like that. So I'm going to release him from his sit-stay. Good boy. Good sit-stay. Good sit-stay. Remember to reinforce the commands if he did a great job with the sit-stay. Okay. If he did a great job with the sit-stay, reinforce it. Good sit-stay. It's going to be the last thing that he's going to remember in regards to that command. Okay, so right now we're going to have our other trainer, Jasmine, come out, and she's going to be really excited to see Rainbow. We want to make sure that we can bring out that excitement in him, and also make sure that he minds his manners when meeting a new person. Okay, so she's going to talk in a high-pitched voice. Look at him in the eye, get him all excited. I'm going to try to have him do a nice sit. We need to make sure that he's not jumping on anyone, and when he's calm, then he'll be able to receive affection. Sit. No. Good boy. Good boy.
Hi, Rainbow. Hi, baby. Hi. What's going on? Hey. Hi. 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 I even have his focus.
Wave it around. Okay, so she's talking to him in a higher pitched tone of voice. Of course, this is very common. Leave it. Good boy. Good, leave it. This is very common when people first see dogs. This voice alone gets the dog very excited. So, of course, you know, it's hotter outside. He ran, so he's not going to be overly excited. He did awesome. He loves everyone here. And he did really, really well. Of course, sitting down nicely. Could you drop that on the ground again? Could you kick it around and move it around? Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Leave it. Good boy. Very good. Okay, so he's doing very well. Temptation of toys, he's doing a really great job leaving it. Good boy. Okay, sit. Good sit. Alright, so now he's able to receive affection from Jasmine.
Good boy. Good boy.
So you always want to make sure, even though I know it's really, really hard to ensure that your dog is calm before they meet a person, and especially if they're a big puppy. This is the perfect time for him to get affection, and if this is consistent, if he's consistently getting affection when he is in a calm state, he will learn that that's the best state, and that's the only time that he can get affection. Okay, so let's bring out some food. Sit. No. Good. Good boy. Stay. Down stay. Okay, so we're going to do a down stay with the temptation of food there. Down stay. And I'm sure in your house, having kids, things fall on the ground. Perhaps you can't get to them in time. Want to make sure that Rainbow knows that he cannot go and get the food unless you give him permission as the owner. And again, once you tell the dog to leave it, this means leave it forever. The dog is never to pick up those items. So that is why I have a treat in my pocket to compensate for the food that's on the floor. So we want to always make sure that what we have is of higher value than the temptation itself. Our little Rainbow is growing up into a man. He's doing so well with the training, and of course I know you guys work really hard with him at home, and can definitely see how well he's doing. And of course, if there's anything else that we can work on with him, we'd be more than happy to. And of course, with the training at home, if you feel that perhaps he will, let's say, move from a stay or something like that, leave it. Make sure that you don't set him up for failure, that you know if he's going to move to go grab an object, release him prior to that, and always work slowly with extending those periods of time in which you're introducing distance, distraction, and duration. This has been Nicole here with Rainbow, and thank you to Jasmine for helping us. We've been doing a review. We'll see you later. Bye.